What are your thoughts on the death of the Supreme Court justice?
Um, I think that it was very, I guess he was the longest standing Supreme Court justice on the board at the time. So I think it's one of those things is very unexpected. And even though he was a conservative thinker by far, and he definitely made his decisions on a conservative standpoint, he was very well respected, very well known, very eloquent, and very thoughtful when he made very serious decisions on the board. So kind of sad to see him go, even though I didn't really know much about him. But I know his successor has to be somebody, just as, superb as he was.
What What are your thoughts on the possibility of Obama appointing the new Supreme Court justice?
I think it's a bit tricky because, we're in an election year. People are like, oh, Obama shouldn't do it because the next president should. But personally, I feel as though because Obama is president, he does have a job to do. He's the commander in chief. He has the power to appoint the new Supreme Court justice right now. I feel as though that he should go off and perform his duty as so and appoint a Supreme Court justice. I'm sure there's so many things that they have to deal with, and because there's a vacant spot, there are opportunities for ties on the Supreme Court justice decisions, which is something that's avoided. I believe they have 9 Supreme Court justices, so it's really important to fill that vacant seat as soon as possible. So I'm looking forward to Obama appointing yet another Supreme Court justice under his presidency. I'm sure he'll be one of the only presidents to appoint 2 during his presidency. So I'm really excited to see who he chooses.
If he does appoint the new Supreme Court justice, what can that mean for the Supreme Court, the Senate? What is the Senate or the Supreme Court? What can that mean as far as laws being passed?
Well, I know there's been some debate in the news about how if the president appoints yet another Supreme Court justice, it's going to make their decisions more liberal, just because the former Supreme Court justice that just passed away was by far more conservative. So it's going to, I guess, tilt it in the more liberal sense. So people are kind of wary about that, but it's one of those things where the shift in power does occur in each of the branches at some point in history, and this just may be the time.